Hello. I think we're recording. I hope we're recording. I see the camera. I see everything there. My name is Mike, and I'm with Three Guys Solar. It is so hard to really go over what an online presentation is that we decided just to go ahead and just to show you a quick one. And so we're recording this, and then we're going to send this out. If you ever want to say, well, I want to see an online presentation that is more informational, educational than salesman-y, then hopefully this is what you're going to like. So if you can see this here, so as we do have a bunch of stuff on PowerPoint. The first thing we do is we go over what an electric bill looks like normally with solar, without solar. If you can see my mouse over here, we show you, this is just one of hundreds, literally hundreds of customers we have. A year ago today, they're using 35 kilowatt hours a day, and now 0, okay? And basically, I don't know if you saw, the average bill around here is for people to go solar. If we can knock out all of their usage, is around $10, $10.47 a month, something like that. Basically, you're just paying the minimum connection fees and taxes. We go over a few little things about what solar is, depending on how much information you want to know. We go over quickly what or who is Three Guys Solar, loaned operated, the fact that we are a licensed contractor. We have both solar and electrical contracting license. Everything we do is in-house, our own crews. Actually, we're just right now redoing this because we're coming up on 500 projects. I think here's 300 and something. We just keep putting in more every week. And then we have lots and lots of jobs already done. So what would we cover? A quick company overview. How does PV solar create electric energy? What is net metering? How does it work? How's the 30% tax credit work? And do you get it? We want to make sure that if we promise you something, you'll get it, and we help you with it. What is the warranty? What is the maintenance, life expectancy? These are common questions. Another little thing we go over is who installs solar. Okay, actually the richest people in the world in big mansions don't normally install solar. We put it on normal houses. We put it on all types of stuff. This one here is one of my favorite ones. I think we doubled the value of his house. Great guy. He was getting ready to retire. The last year he's going to have a tax credit, so let's put solar on my house. There you go. And basically I say, look in the mirror here, okay, are you the one that wants to get solar? And this is a picture of, we have the correct insurance because we're a contractor. And I ask a question, which power plant would you like to live next to? Would you like to be over there where they have these coal plants and even the gas plants, or nuclear, or this? Because they both produce power. One thing we want to make sure of is that everybody is aware peak building is coming to Florida. They've opened it up in a couple of areas, and then they kind of closed it down in a few areas. They've moved it around, and essentially people just revolt, but it's coming. If you go where Duke is, where they're the only competition around, or the only service provider, no competition, like around South Carolina, Kentucky, another one they have, I want to say Indiana, but I'm not sure, but basically in the other states where they don't have other competition, everyone has peak billing. Here's the beauty of peak billing, or the wrong. Basically, they start charging you more money between 2:30 and 7:30. We're in Florida here, where we use the most amount of our power. Basically, it gives you an increase in your rate of over 20%. If you can see my mouse right here, you can see that this is right off the Duke Energy website, Florida's 2017 rates. If they decide to start charging for peak billing over here in this area again, you've already got the smart meters on your house, all the digital meters. Time of use is what they call it, peak billing or time of use. This is what's going to happen. So we go over some of this kind of stuff, and we show you, the rates all around. All the electric companies going up. And then we talk to you a little bit about conservation. We don't do attic duct sealing, but these are things that we've seen from people who really didn't need as big of a PV system because their AC was just working like crazy. Again, we don't do this, but we recommend that you have someone check the ductwork. We've never found a house that isn't leaking. Some are just worse. And we don't necessarily go through all the slides. Do you want to know how solar PV works? And we want to go over that. One of the main things I always like to go over is net metering. And so we go a little bit about net metering, and then that leads us right into what is a kilowatt hour. Your electric bill is full. They basically charge you based on kilowatt hours. We want to make sure that you understand it's actually simpler than what you think. What is a kilowatt hour? And then we have another example here of an electric bill. basically up and down. And this one here, they had a normal bill like a lot of customers have, and then this was their first month after solar. It's February 2016, $10.47 a month. This customer here, he says we can use his name. He's actually helped us sell quite a few systems using him as an example, that his bill was up like everybody else's, up and very high in the summer and lower in the winter months. And his average bill now is around $10.47. We can show you how to do that. 30-cent tax credit, most people do get that. And again, this is just an intro. And I promise you, if you know a lot about inverters and monitoring and stuff like that, then I don't want to have to go over all that with you if you don't want to know. But we like to just do a screen share just to give you some information. We can also do a screen share for multiple people on our system. We can do up to 100 people. I've had as many as 6 say, hey, we're going to get some friends together, even on their own computer or standing around. And we've done the same thing with some HOAs and stuff like that. We use the same kind of information. And here's basically what we do. With our tools and training, we learn to cut the ties to the electric company, and we can do an online presentation. But the difference between us and a lot of the others is that me personally, I've actually done this. I've actually installed. I've actually been on roofs. I've been an estimator. I've been an installer. I've been a troubleshooter. I've been in the business for years. I've been involved in well over 500 jobs. Need to start keeping count, not just sales, but actually as an installer. And we have some software, which I'm going to show you right now. Hopefully this stays with us. That basically where we can take, and I got a couple things ready. So if you give us a Google Earth picture of your house, say such as like this, and then we bring a software in and zoom in, and this allows us to look at your house to scale and just literally say, you know, close as we can, oh, we can put this many panels on here. And in this case, we can put 41 panels in this one roof. That's what it lines up to be, which is an 11 kW system. And that's how it lines out, okay? Could we maybe squeeze in another one or maybe have a little bit less? Sometimes from this view, we can't tell if there's a vent or something in the way, but it gets us a close approximation of basically what we could do. And we're still going to send someone out to look at your house. Just to be clear, we also have, just so that we can show you, which if you see some of the stuff over here, we're going to get to this in a minute, but we have monitoring on almost 100 of our jobs now. We have, you know, coming up on 500 jobs, but we have monitoring on almost 100 of them now. That is now automatic. We put it in and monitoring is included. And we can actually show you in our screen presentation what monitoring on jobs like yours, if it's going to be a single roof, a hip roof, you know, different types of roof, different types of orientations. We have enough jobs that we can show you what yours would look like. And this is just one that happened to be up earlier from today. I was just showing somebody, and this is actually kind of close to them. And so today was kind of start off halfway cloudy on 111. That's when I'm doing this. And so today he made about 50, well, how many is that? 53 kilowatts, okay? Kilowatt hours. Yesterday was worse, but this is real. So we had like 3 days in a row. It's been, you know, cloudy and rainy here in Central Florida. But look here. Okay, these days he's making over 60 or close to 60. Was that 58, 64? In the spring and summer months, I know this house in particular, we can go backwards. Not in the fall, but in the spring and summer months, he's making over 70 kilowatt hours a day. But even at 60, you know, depending on how much his bill is, you know, this has been enough. He used to have a $280 bill, and now it is more than enough to zero him out. Now, this month here, he made 1.41 megawatt, which is 1,410 kilowatt hours, and he ran a credit of like 31 kilowatt hours that carries over to the next month. And so we show this to you. And the reason I like to do this instead of some silly brochure is this is real. And we have more, okay? And so we show you this, and so here's a light. So that's the dashboard look by the day. Okay, we can break it down by the day, the week, the year. We can run movies, see when panels turn on or off. And because it's a Solar Edge monitoring system, we can actually look at this as a layout. Okay, right now the system is just about asleep because it's only putting out like 1.3. So this is basically in sleep mode. It's just about dark. at this particular time at 6:01 p.m., this time of year. Once we get into spring and summer at 6 p.m., this thing's still going to be kicking out 550 to 650 watts per panel. But the beauty of this is this shows you the orientation of this entire job. It really looks like this. If we had a system that had like something on different roofs, then it would show you some on this way, some on that way. And it shows that today, this thing produced 52.82 kilowatt hours today. Now, there's all kinds of reports you can get. Now, we'll go back to the dashboard. We have, like I say, I think on this online setup here, we have about 60 ones to choose from. These are all our customers. And if somebody says, I'd like to talk to that customer, in almost every case, if you want to talk to 2, 5, 10 of our customers, the majority of them are really, really happy. So let's pick one here. Not quite as, okay, here's one in Apopka. It was very cloudy here today. It didn't do as well. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, because weather is sometimes a little more local. Let me see what we have here. Just clicking in. Yes, okay. But this is a system. It's not Pure South. It's not quite as big as the last one we just came to. But if it does come up, it'll come up and we can just show you. So we can pick systems that are kind of like yours. The last one we showed you was facing Pure South. This one here is facing like southeast. Is it going to come up? And we're a little bit slow. But it's real. Okay, but during the day, sometimes the internet's a little quicker and we can show you 3 or 4 better at a time. I've actually got a lot of stuff open in here right now. But this is the customer site, and he's in Apopka, Florida. So today he was a very, very overcast and cloudy. That's what the difference are, 30 miles apart, these jobs. So the other one made 53 kilowatt hours and he made 17 on almost the same size system. Weather is local, okay? And so you can see what his production is. So his production for the month is about a little more than a half. It's a little bit half better than the other one because the other one's around 420. So this is it's like 40% less. It's a little smaller system. It's not Pure South, but the guy's really happy because it's basically knocking out over 90% of his bill. And he's always posting on our Facebook page, on our company Facebook page, and he is thrilled to death. And for him, it's working out. And he's essentially just about zeroing out his bill. So when we do our presentation for you online, these are some of the things we go over. We go over quite a bit of stuff. And then we also get into one of these. Okay, so we can go over some data. We have a spreadsheet here of data. We have the financing page. It shows everything on financing. We go over, based on the information you give us, electricity by month and how much can be taken care of by solar for the size system we put in. And then we can create what is essentially about a 6-page. We can do a smaller one, but we can do basically a 6-page, just make it out. I'm sorry, that's Kim, the last one we just did for Kim. Make one out for you with some of our pictures and jobs. And basically this is the last one I just did earlier today for somebody. This is obviously a smaller system, 6.96, but it's the size they wanted. It's the size they need for their system. And in fact, this actually overproduces for their house, but they intend, if you see the 133%, but they intend to get an EV, electric car, and so we want to have something that will produce enough over electricity, because when they bring out a car that's going to need to be charged, this ought to keep them pretty close to, a zero bill. It essentially right now is produced about $800. It would actually make about $800 in electricity a year. And you would get one of these laid out with this. I know you probably, long day. You probably talked to people that have said, we can't do anything unless we come to your house. I can't guarantee this will be 100% accurate unless we come to the house and do a site survey and make sure everything is what I see from the Google Earth. But I can promise you this is, I bet you it's 95% accurate. We've done a lot of these, and I say a lot. This creates a PDF. We break down the spreadsheet and everything, all the information that we've got. It breaks it down all kind of ways. This is set up on 15-year financing. And this just shows this would be the solar loan, and this would be the solar profit off of that loan. This would literally, in this case right here, it would cost you money not to install solar. You know, we love working here in Central Florida. We have enough sunshine and we have plenty of customers that we can prove, hundreds and hundreds of customers that we can show you that we've done this work for other people. If we go to our other website over here, I think we have our solar gallery that has 67 jobs on it. You can just click through, get a good look. You want to talk to any of these people. I'm not aware, and I just say this clearly, I'm not aware of anybody who isn't very, very happy with us. We want to make sure everybody's happy. So like I say, we will give you everything you need to know. If you ask questions, we'll give you questions. This is happens to be here. It's another spreadsheet. It's another little format we use this is actually for PACE. If you're in an area that uses PACE, which one is this one here? If you're here. So if you're in an area that uses the government program PACE and it's available to you, then this one here doesn't even care about your credit. It just goes against equity in your house. And it's the same but different, similar type program and how it's financed and paid for. So in any event, we have all this stuff here. We're happy to show you job after job. Here's another one, 1047 bill. Now this is a hip, roof, and tile. We can show you any kind of job. We got metal roofs, we got hip roofs, we got hip and gable combination roofs. I'm sorry, this one here is $15 bill. You know, every job can't be nice and pretty. As you know, this is 2-story, so unless you had a drone like we did, this thing is 100 feet in the air to take this picture. So from the road, you don't even see this house has solar, but from the back, we filled in the roof, whatever it was available, to take advantage of it. But this, so they're averaging a $15 electric bill. So we also do some commercial jobs where we hope in this next year to do a lot more. We just do a lot of work. Okay, so this is another quick and down and dirty little solar job, a solar report that we can do that we do at shows. So in essence, what we have to share with people is that if you're interested in getting an online presentation from us here at 3 Guys Solar, I think you're going to like working with us. Okay, it's nice, it's easy. We can give you lots of referrals. And I just went over 90% of what I normally talk to you. I don't know how long this thing was, but I just covered most of what it is, minus your questions. So if this is something you're interested in and you'd like to have an online presentation where we get a copy of your electric bill, go over this with you, just remember, with us, you're dealing with the licensed contractor. It's our guys, our crews. We don't sub anything out. Our trucks. I can tell you who's coming to the house. We have Eric, we have Jose, we have Andy, Horatio, great guy, been with us, So, and 2 of these guys are actually licensed electricians, solar contractor. We do every job point by point. Beautiful. But we're licensed, we're insured, our whole crew's insured. And we do our best to do like an online presentation like this first, just so you can kind of take the time and go look us up. Go check out our website. Go check out our Facebook page. Go check out Better Business Bureau. Go check out Angie's List. Look at all the 5-star reviews we have, okay? You can't fake those. I don't think you can. You probably could, but I don't think you can, So we come back to here, who installs solar? If it's you, or you think it might want to be you, and you'd like a nice solar report like I'm showing you here, without someone having to come to your house, we can do this. And I don't know, they probably average 15, 20 minutes start to finish. So you let me know, okay? So if there's something I can do, you want to come by, you want to come visit our office. We're over here by Universal off Kirkman Avenue in our Orlando area. You come here early in the morning, you help load trucks, because we're a real contractor. This is what it is. Come by about 7 o'clock. You can be here, talk to the guys, bring coffee. We always like people bring coffee. But you can see it's a real warehouse. We're actually here. It's a real company. During the day, there's people here answering phones. If you like dealing with a real company and you actually want to talk to people and see actual inventory and equipment, I think you'll like us. So again, this is Mike, 3 Guys Solar. We'd love to do an online presentation, and of course we'll still come to your house, but you know what, sometimes you just want to get to know us a little bit first. Let's try this. Okay, God bless. Our information will show up on there somewhere. Our company phone number's on there somewhere. I don't know if this shows up. I should probably put this in there and make a slide for that. But I think people know how to find us. Go to Facebook, look for Three Guys Solar, come to our page. Everything will be fine. God bless you. Have a great day. Thanks.